After a difficult start to the season, Toronto FC returned to BMO Field. It was a defeat against Montreal Impact last week that made it 4 losses. Miguel Aceval comes in, Adrian Can back for the first time since May 22nd last year. They replace Emery and Harden.
Well, it's hoped as well that Aceval coming into the lineup beside Adrian Can.
Second half at Portland last week and creating both of the Chivas USA goals. Ante Jazic, a Canadian international, plays at left back for them. Nick LaBrocca pushing forward from midfield. An all-star last coming from behind.
Two very difficult places to get results in Major League Soccer. They flipped the traditional form on its head. They're winning on the road. They're struggling at home. They'll hope for 3 points here today at BMO Field.
Toronto FC in red getting things underway, going left to right, and Ryan Johnson with an early flick. Richard Eckersley. Now here is Ryan Smith, so influential a week ago. Inside it goes to Ben Zemanski. Moreno trying to get on the end of that one. Alejandro Moreno scoring early in this fixture last year to give Chivas a lead. Welcome to everyone listening in Toronto on TSN 1050 as well. Jazic. Ball forward down the left towards Ryan Smith, who is clipped by Richard Eckersley. We talked about that battle pre-game. Richard Eckersley being tested by Smith, the two Englishmen going at it early.
Well, Eckersley needs to be careful here because there are times when you just can't win the ball, and he dives in, he rushes in, he's coming in at pace, and Smith just senses his presence, flicks the ball past him, and draws the foul.
Five-time MLS All-Star during his playing career, 10 seasons as one of the league's top defenders for the Chivas coach. And that was a late foot in from Smith on Eckersley, and he's going to get punished with a yellow card. That was just clear retribution.
Well, Richard Eckersley's bounced back up very quickly. You wouldn't expect him to make the most of it. But there's no doubt Smith here loses the ball. He just leaves one on Richard Eckersley. A little bit of payback.
After that, the return of two former Toronto FC captains, Dero and Maicon Santos, who are DC to kick off the month of May. Long-range strike from Ryan Smith, carried away by Kosic. Might well have taken a deflection on the way through. Kosic racing out towards the edge of the box to say something to Terry Dunfield. But this is the third corner of the game for Chivas.
Well, Kosic had to be alive there, because this long-range strike from Ryan Smith takes a deflection just there. And that's a tough one he has to deal with. Well, Eckersley does very well there. Some harsh words from two of his teammates and the referee's assistant on the far side. Now the TFC have to defend the corner.
Bolaños with the delivery, 6 yards out, the header down there, and it's in from Minda. And half an hour in, Toronto FC find themselves trailing at home once again.
Well, TFC disappointed to have to defend the corner. And this is where it comes from. So it comes inside to Moreno, who plays the ball on the first time there. And the Toronto FC are looking for the offside of Nick LaBrocca, but I don't think he is. I think Richard Eckersley played him onside. But then from the resulting corner, the ball comes in, and Minda loses his marker at the near post, a downward header, and finds the back of the net. It's a great header, a good goal from Chivas USA. Good downward header, does the right thing. And Kosic can't get enough on.
Lamb completes the clearance, which holds up in the wind, but then Ryan Johnson can step away with the ball towards halfway. 4 blue jerseys back, only Platter and Kuhlman's ahead. Now Johnson feeds Reggie Lamb. Platter up against McKenzie. Platter to the byline. It's behind for a goal kick.
Well, Dan Kennedy not tested on that chance, but the ball played out wide. Good skill, good individual skill from Joao Plata to get away from McKenzie.
Here is Silva. He was caught late there by Minda, but the referee allows play to go on. Eckersley straight towards Zemanski. Here's Zemanski from distance, saved by Kosic. It's behind for a Chivas corner, and not for the first time this afternoon. Kosic comes to the rescue.
Well, it's a great strike from Zemanski, and Kosic pushing it around for a corner, but it's a poor giveaway in the beginning from Richard Eckersley. He tried to play the ball into midfield. There's no one there, and Zemanski picked up a loose ball.
LeBroca. Zemansky off the boot of Moreno. Dunfield flicks it back over halfway. Koevermans helps the ball towards Ryan Johnson. A lot of work for the former San Jose Mountaineer, but Johnson gets in on goal. Ryan Johnson's shot blocked. The 1-year-old from Toronto goes inside to a fellow Canadian international, Terry Dunfield. Joao Plata, the Ecuadorian, up against Riley down the left. Battle of the two number 7s. Plata in possession. Turns one way, turns another. Still going Joao Plata. Front post, Koevermans, point-blank range save from Kennedy. Koevermans kicks out at the post in frustration. Romero, LeBroca, Can sliding in. Important challenge from Adrian Can, who has looked good on his return to action. All played in towards Ryan Johnson, the header back across goal, just wide. And that look just about sums it up.
Well, it's a great ball from Eric Avila. He just drives it across the field. A wonderful header from Johnson back across goal, but just misses inches wide of the post. Dan Kennedy couldn't get there. Stranded. Great header from Johnson.
The ball at the wrong end for Toronto FC. As Morgan tries to do something about that with the high ball forward over the top of McKenzie. This is Danny Koevermans into the pack of Joao Plata. Plata back for Koevermans, saved by Kennedy. Wonderful stop from the Chivas keeper to deny a frustrated Danny Koevermans.
Real Salt Lake, always a difficult place to get a result. It doesn't get any easier for Toronto FC.
It is a 5th straight defeat for Toronto FC, a 3rd home loss to start the season at BMO Field.